I'd just like to tell you a little bit about what is an iconic species for the Severn Estuary. That is the Shelduck. Now we're here at the back of one of the hides, which might seem a rather odd place to be filming this, but all will become clear. Shelducks are a common bird around the Severn Estuary and especially here at Slimbridge. They feed out on the open mud flats where they're sieving through the finest silts looking for a tiny little snail called hydrobia, and several hundred can be found around the site here. Unlike many of the birds that winter here, Shelducks can be found all year round. They're a common breeder around the reserve here, and one of the great sights of summer are those big broods. It might be a dozen or even 20 youngsters in a single brood. Small, black and white, very active, and the staff refer to them affectionately as humbugs. Now, if you're still wondering why we're stood behind one of the hides here, well, at this time of year, end of the winter, beginning of the spring, this is when the Shelducks start to splay in. I think that they're at their most exciting then. And this, behind us, is the parade ground. Early in the mornings, dozens of Shelducks will be parading up and down the tops of the hides here, calling and trying to pair up. Ducks, geese and swans are rather unusual in the bird world. During the summer they have a molt where they drop all of their flight feathers, all of their tail feathers at the same time. They become completely flightless. So they need to find somewhere that's safe where there's relatively few predators and, most importantly, an abundant food supply until they can safely regrow those new feathers and start to fly again. So Shelducks have this molt migration. They will fly from here across the North Sea into the Wadensee in northern Germany, where huge numbers of Shelducks will gather each summer to molt safely on the big mudflats that can be found there. This means, of course, that the young Shelduck are abandoned here at Slimbridge, maybe 2/3 grown, and they will stay through that first summer growing those new feathers. Well, you'll never fail to see Shelduck here at Slimbridge. On the Rushy Pen through the winter, breeding there as well. Out on the estuary, the summer walkway, feeding on the mud out there. That's a great place to see them. And maybe even on the roof of the hide here.